Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna record you.
Yeah, record me, recording them as they come in.
Oh, okay. 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 Where they gonna sit down.
Come and sit down here. Okay. Good morning, class.
Okay.
As I pass y'all out these.
Hold on, man. I didn't even start it, man. Let me hit the button. Okay, I'm ready. Right. What button do I? Oh, it's recording now.
Okay,
I
good
am
morning,
so
class.
sorry.
As I hand out these cards, I'm gonna tell y'all where to sit. If you have a blue card, could you sit in the back? And if you have a red one, please sit in front. Today's assignment, we're gonna be talking about some of the civil rights movement and what happened, what transpired in the civil rights movement, because a lot of things in which African Americans were done to them where they were discriminated against. And for this exercise, I decided to have you have the seating in this arrangement to show y'all an exercise just to implement what they endured. Here, I'm gonna give each one of y'all some paper balls. Y'all gonna have a total of 4 paper balls. And the object of this scenario is to try to shoot it from where you are into the trash can.
Okay.
And try to get at least 2. Try to so that's 1. Y'all shoot it too. Okay.
Okay. Dang it.
Last one. Okay, tell me, how did that make you feel? You start with you first. How did it make you feel? You being so close to the trash can, and you able to hit it. How did it make you feel? Did you feel that it was fair?
No.
You didn't feel that it was fair. Why do you? Tell me why you don't feel that it was fair.
Because I got an easier range.
Okay, that's good. Tell me, did you believe it? Did you feel that it was fair?
No, because he was easier to throw in there, and we was back here, and we was far away, and we couldn't throw it up in there.
Okay. How did it make you feel?
Like unfair, like he did have more
Of a chance to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And see, that right there, that brings me into this lesson. It's just to show you that how African Americans were treated back in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. It was unequal. What would you do? How would you describe this game? Yeah, it was. Well, you did answer it was fair. It wasn't fair. I agree with you. I agree with it being unequal because of the distance he had to shoot from here to there, and that takes me into my next lesson. One group will read about Martin Luther King Jr. and one group will read about the Ruby Ridge. Do any of y'all know about Martin Luther King? I can start with that. What you know about? Tell me something about Martin Luther King. What did he do?
He fought for freedom and civil rights. Well, not freedom, but just civil rights. And where all people could be friends and not have to be like separated into different groups. So.
Let me ask you this: which the age that you are, do you see some of the benefits in which Martin Luther King marched for being done today in today's society?
No.
Why would you say that?
Because I just see different races of kids playing together.
Well, that's a good thing. I mean, because he said all kids were created equal. You know, we all equal. You know, compared to back in the day, like Ruby Ridge, where she had to walk over 10 miles to go to a school. Did you know that? She had to walk 10 miles when she would walk past a school that she can go to that was in her neighborhood. You see that? I mean, she had to walk 10 miles. I mean, just imagine. I mean, in this day and age where you had to walk from 56th Street North to just hypothetically to Walt Whitman, when you passing a school right there, Gilcrease, and you're passing that EDC bunch. But I mean, she's walking that far because of unequal rights. I mean, all this right here is in which Martin Luther King done, it is benefits of what's happening today because he fought for us. Let me ask you this. How would you, in your opinions, honor Dr. Martin Luther King? I want to start with you.
You said opinions?
Yeah, how would you, I want to know, I want to know how would you, I want you to think about why would you honor Dr. Martin Luther King as we read? How would you honor Dr. Martin Luther King? What can you do to make his dream to continue to be fulfilled in today's society? Okay, let me ask you this. What does segregation mean to you? Do you know what
Forgot that means.
segregated is? Where we minorities, some minorities are being placed over here. One race of minorities are being placed over here, and another set of minorities being placed over there. But not the difference between them being separated. One minority will be get treated differently than versus the other one. Like, say for instance, you're in school, you have this minority has better books, better education, better supplies, and this minority over here, they have used books, they have used equipment, and basically a second-rate equipment, and that therefore it makes their education harder because one, they're using books that's outdated, that's old, versus the minorities over here having it more up to date. So that question goes back to I'm asking now, what is it? What does segregation mean to you? What does it mean to you? Being given to that example which I giving you about one group of people have better equipment versus the other one. What does it mean to you?
Like, it's unequal and unfair, and like they don't have, like one group don't have better things than the other one, and it's like hard for another group, hard for the group to do things than the other group that can like do it better and faster.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, let me ask you this, ma'am. Do you know about the bus boycott?
The bus?
Yes.
Yes.
What does the boycott mean to you? How can you tell me how? First of all, tell me what happened in the bus boycott.
The bus boycott is when Rosa Parks, she was sitting in the front, and all the white people could sit only in the front, and she wouldn't move where the white people could sit, so they took her to jail.
Okay. So tell me, what does that mean to you in today's society? I mean, elaborate on knowing that you can get on a bus and sit where you want. How does that make you feel now?
It makes me feel like we have like more freedom, and we are able to do stuff that we want to do.
You're able to go where you want to go when you want to, and by whatever means of transportation, whether you, like you said, you sit in the front, you have the options to sit in the front or the back in this time and age, and you don't have to lose your seat because of that. Okay, that's good. Okay, do you know what a legacy is? Do you? I might ask. A legacy is something in which a person has fought their whole life for a common purpose. So that's like a legacy. Dr. Martin Luther King left a legacy. Now let me ask you, what legacy would you like to leave behind? What legacy any of you like to leave behind? Would you like to leave a legacy behind? Something that's your stamp to say, hey, this is me. I started this. I founded this agency or this purpose in life. That's like a legacy. Would you like to possibly leave a legacy, even for your children or just whatever, just for your community?
I don't even think of right now.
Okay. What about you, sir?
Yeah, but like to help charities.
Okay. That's good. That's good. What about you then?
Yeah, to help the community.
How would you help? What would your legacy be? How would you help the community?
I would like give them supply and like help homeless people and help the families.
Okay. That's good.
11 minutes.
Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for participating in this exercise and just knowing that your voice has a very important part in our society. You coming up as the next generation that's gonna come and fulfill what we are doing right now. Thank you.